We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New York Jets. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First down, they start out with Abanikanda. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. About this Falcon defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. A try here for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Rodgers. This one deep for Wilson. That's caught at the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 65 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll roll him out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rodgers again now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. If the try to go, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Nothing opened down. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
That is caught.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Black Ultra.
On 2nd down, Ritter. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now. Looking to throw it here, Ritter. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
At their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah,
he's got him in, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. After 17-7 is our score. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. That's caught left side by Hardman. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
At their own 2-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A gain gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Ridder looking to throw on 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10 now. It's Ridder. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep for the Jets, Mecole Hardman. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this 1st half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a 1st down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Jets at 9 and 2 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And let's remember that last week that this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play. Touchdown after touchdown. They were absolutely unstoppable in that game. They'll be hard-pressed to do it again, repeat that type of performance. But, boy, were they sensational just a week ago.
Going right back to Wilson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. On play action, Rodgers rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this 1st half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Inside. Excellent.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the 46, here's a second and 7. Ritter back to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Ritter from the gun on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 54 yards. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now Hall to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Rodgers to throw. This one deep for Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
Jumbo! 630!
Throwing now is Rodgers. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
And the Falcons first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Ritter. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 18 yards the gain for number 18. First down, here's Ritter. And
this throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He put that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Black shot. Ready?
Second down throw coming for Ridder. And this one too low.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Ridder.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Ridder picked, and it's his former Bearcat teammate, Ahmad Gardner, who got it. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And now here's another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Off the play fake, it's Ridder. This ball down the field for Pitts. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right with this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon. Interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Ready?
Handoff now to Robinson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
Let's go, charge!
Going play action, Ritter. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Back to throw, Ritter. That's out wide here for Robinson. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incomplete.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
And the Jets first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On play action, now Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Anthony Schwartz, 53 yards. And the Jets get a bit closer. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And a dump off here to Robinson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now Ritter to throw on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth.
Let's go now.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Ready.
They'll run with Robinson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
On second down, Ritter.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Bijan Robinson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Koo now for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Falcons 38, Jets 17. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with the toe. And now here is another interception. Inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's good for a Jets. 1st down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run the counter with Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Back at the 46-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Third and 12. Rodgers going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Jets.
Rodgers again now. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35.
They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Come on, set.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Here we go.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the Jets' 44-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ridder for the third time. Ridder picked, and it's his former Bearcat teammate, Ahmad Gardner, who got it. And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl when you have 4 in one game. I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Ridder off the play fake. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?